So, no, I wouldn't say I have a passion for HR.
Welcome back to Human Resources for the People. It's a human capital revolution. Solidarity strikes are going on across Sweden against Tesla, and we need to talk about it. This is a pretty big story right now. So, first off, let's set the scene. Tesla has operations in Sweden as workshops. They're working on the Teslas to fix them. Sweden doesn't really have a lot of laws surrounding working conditions like minimum wage and things like that. They're actually defined by the collective bargaining agreements, and those collective bargaining agreements cover the wages and working hours. And the industrial workers union, IF Metall, who represents Tesla's mechanics, have been trying to get Tesla to sign a collective bargaining agreement for the last 5 years. And they've continued to refuse. And as a result, the mechanics decided to strike at the end of October. And the other Swedish unions were asked to join them. Now, a quick note about IF Metall. It represents about 240,000 people across Sweden in mechanical engineering and plastics industry, mining sector, ironworks, automobile repair shops, important here, as well as the textile industry. It's the second largest affiliate of the Swedish Trade Union Confederation, so it's quite powerful. It has roots back to 1888. Tesla has been refusing to sign a contract with them, and as a result, the strike has expanded. Union members about 2 weeks ago at 4 Swedish ports refused to unload Tesla cargo, and that's going to extend to all ports throughout Sweden. They don't want to unload any Tesla cars. They're going to allow every other car to dock, but the Teslas will stay on the ship. The Building Maintenance Workers Union in Sweden also joined the blockade on Friday and says they won't clean the Tesla locations. There's 4 showrooms and service centers around Stockholm and Umeå, and they won't be cleaned at all. 4 days ago, the SECO union, which represents the postal workers, decided that they're going to stop delivering letters, spare parts, and pallets to all of the Tesla addresses in Sweden. And so this solidarity strike expands. Now, I want to be clear here, solidarity strikes in the United States and much of the world, including the United Kingdom, Luxembourg, Australia, sympathy strikes or solidarity strikes are illegal. The most famous case on this is the International Longshoremen's Association, AFL-CIO versus Allied International. It was a U.S. Supreme Court case that held that the trade union could not refuse to unload cargo from the Soviet Union to protest the invasion of Afghanistan. And it was ultimately engaging in a secondary boycott or a solidarity strike. And as a result, it was an unfair labor practice under the National Labor Relations Act. In that court case, Allied International was importing wood products from the Soviet Union and then was contracting out a stevedoring company to unload the cargo. And that company, the union from that company, refused to handle the wood products from the Soviet Union in protest of the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan. Now, Musk and Tesla have a long checkered history with their relationship with unions. The biggest of that is in 2018, where Musk tweeted that nothing stopping Tesla team at our car plant from voting union, could do so tomorrow, but why pay union dues and give up stock options for nothing? In 2021, the National Labor Relations Board stated that he violated the National Labor Relations Act from prohibiting employees from talking to the media. It didn't violate the act by calling employees into a meeting to discuss their potential unionization, and that he must delete his tweet about the employees' attempt to unionize because it was considered unlawfully coercive in violation of the National Labor Relations Act. And Tesla challenged those holdings, and the Fifth Circuit Court found that NLRB was supported by substantial evidence in March of 2023. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit in July 21st of this year granted Tesla's request for a hearing again. So Tesla's won another chance to challenge this decision. But this goes back further than this. In September of 2019, a California judge found the company's management guilty of several illegal anti-union tactics, including letting security guards harass workers who were passing out union pamphlets in the parking lot, banning employees from wearing pro-union t-shirts and buttons, and repeatedly interrogating union organizing with firing one of them. And we're going to talk about that real quickly. In 2022, Elon Musk actually invited the United Auto Workers to hold a union vote at Tesla. And what I find most interesting in the Reuters article is that there's a line that says, so far, unions in the United States and Germany have failed to force the car maker to accept collective bargaining agreements. Well, I don't know enough about German employment law specifically surrounding it, although I think it mirrors Sweden in many respects. In the United States, there haven't been any successful votes. Now, there's a lot of arguments as to why that particularly is, but Elon Musk invited the United Auto Workers to vote for a collective bargaining agreement, and in fact, in the famous NUMMI plant, which was a former union shop, so the NUMMI plant is now the Tesla Fremont factory. They make Model S, Model X, Model 3, Model Y. They have about 22,000 people at that factory, right? That one was a historically a union shop. In fact, the United Auto Workers leader called it the worst workforce in the automobile industry. And I'm not sure that's totally down to the workers. That's a very famous business case study that many business MBAs study, because it was a partnership between GM and Toyota that did not go very well. But regardless, Musk has invited them to vote to unionize. And so, contrary to what the Reuters article tries to argue, that Tesla has not accepted collective bargaining agreements, no one's voted on it. Now, there may be many reasons for that. That's because Tesla has taken a hard line, and in fact, there's this more recent situation out of Buffalo. Tesla workers at the Pilot Technology Company plant in Buffalo, New York, are looking to form a union. But Tesla fired dozens of Gigafactory workers after their announcement, and of course, they're going to get an unfair labor practice charge as a result of this. That's the natural movement of this. So, Musk has invited workers to unionize. It seems almost like a honeypot where he's inviting them so that he could potentially fire them. I don't know about that. I think that is an interesting concept, but it's illegal under American labor law, 100% if that's the case. So going back to what's happening in Sweden, Tesla is bringing in workers from across the world to continue to maintain the cars for the people that are on strike. There was taxi cabs outside of these shops and vehicles rolling out. So there's a perception, at least, that they are breaking the strike or trying to break the strike through what's considered scab labor or non-union labor. What do you think? Will this be successful? Will the collective weight of the Swedish labor unions be able to overcome Tesla's union resistance, or will it be unsuccessful? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.